Okay, let's go to Mexico. When these trips are announced, there's qualifications that we need to achieve to be able to earn it. You don't just get to go because you're part of pharmacy. You earn the trip, and it's always so rewarding when you work hard and earn something. You will never regret working hard. So I want you guys to have the mindset of taking it up a notch during qualification period because it doesn't just come to you. It doesn't just happen. No one gets to these trips on accident. They get to these trips because they put it in their head that they were going to go there and they made a decision, just like Ray shared on our call yesterday. She just made a decision to decide to go all in and her whole business changed. And the same thing goes with Mexico. So, how many of you are going for this trip? Like you've already pictured yourself there, you've already pictured the content you're going to take, and it's in your mind like I'm going there. There's no doubt about it. Okay, and how many of you are worried about earning the trip? Because there's two groups. There's one group that's like, "Oh, I'm in there. There's no doubt." And then there's another group that's like, "I hope I can go. I hope I earn it. It would be nice." And it's okay if you feel like that. Um, okay, perfect. I just want to know who I'm talking to. So I think the biggest part to earning these trips, like the people that go, they're like, I'm going no matter what. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So today, I want your mind to shift to I'm going. I don't care what I have to do. You need to have a I'm gonna do whatever it takes mindset to get to these trips. So I just want you to be vision driven over these next 6 months. Be strategic. I'm going to give you some strategy on today's call. And I'm gonna, equip you with a clear plan to earn the trip through monthly action and consistency and duplication. So just picture yourself standing in Mexico in summer of 2026 with the beautiful turquoise water, the beautiful palm trees, the cute content that we all take, with all of us on this Zoom call that decided to say yes to staying consistent. The only difference between those who go on these trips and those who don't go, it's not luck, it's strategy, it's action, and it's belief. So every single person that has ever earned a pharmacy trip, maybe drop a two in the chat if you got to go to Horizonte last year. I got to go on this trip with some girls on this team that have never done network marketing before. So the people that are dropping twos in the chat, they didn't just earn it overnight. They earned it through consistent habits and recruitment and momentum. So you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your habits. So on this call, I just want to help you break down the habits that you need and what you need to do from November through April to earn your spot on this trip. So let me go ahead and share my screen really quick so I can give you guys. I just have like 3 slides. I don't have a whole thing, like Bianca had yesterday, but you guys have Bianca's whole thing to go back and rewatch. And that call is really good, but I didn't want it to be exactly the same. But let me go ahead and pull up one of my 5 million tabs that I have open. One sec. And if you guys have any new girls on this that aren't on the call, please invite them because they have the same opportunity that we have to earn this trip. So let me go ahead and share. All right, let's take her to Mexico. I am so excited to be there with the team. We need to get matching like pink bikinis and be super cute in Mexico. And I can't wait to learn where they're going to take us. And I know you're all taking photos to tag me, please, in your content. And let's take her there. So there's some memories that we have from last year. We had such a good time. We like stole this photo with Emre. It was it looks calm here, but everything that was happening there was a little crazy. But we have fun. We like take cute content on the beach. Me and Mandy with our Her Society handshake, super cute. Alma got to pick up her check. So did Mandy. So did Adriana. So did I. We get on stage recognition, we get trainings, but we also get to have fun and hang out by the beach. They do a whole white part. We had an all white party, like a welcome reception last year. They had pharmacy branded coconuts. So it is a lot of fun and it is super cute going to these events. You definitely don't want to miss it, but it's not just a vacation. This is credibility that you are gaining for your business. So you get to go on this trip, and I promise you, over the next year, after you go on this trip, people are going to see that it is possible to earn brand trips. They're going to watch your content and be like, I've been following you since you joined 2 years ago. I've been following since you joined 6 months ago. But it wasn't until I saw you in Mexico where I really thought and saw that this is actually something that's real. So don't just do this for a vacation. I want you to look at this is an investment for your business and to really take your pharmacy career to the next level. And it's not just for you. You're going to get to show other people that this is possible. And on the next all-inclusive Horizonte trip, you are going to have people there because you decided to go all in for this trip. So it is a lot of fun. We, have already been able to go. I think we had like 13 of us last year just on my team, not including Christy's team, not including Adriana's team. So I know we'll have a lot bigger of a group with Her Society for Horizonte. This is her first Her Society brand trip that we're all gonna get to earn together. So it's a lot of fun and I want all of us to be there. So his face says it all. Papa Rodriguez. Yes, look at Mandy's dad. So cute. Yeah, and seeing Mandy get to like go with her entire family. She was there with her sister, her mom, her dad. They made a whole family trip, excuse me, out of it. So this is so much more than just like a brand trip. It's more than a brand trip. It's a family vacation and it's a lot of fun. So really do this for yourself. You won't regret working hard. But there's two levels to earning this trip. There's level one where you can go on your own. Or sorry, you go and you earn the trip with a like on your own, and then you get roomed with someone. And then there's level two where you can go and you can bring a plus one. So I think where I want everyone's mindset to be is going for that level two. Sometimes we look at this and we're like, okay, it'd be great if I get level one. But if you shoot for level two, you're definitely gonna get to level one. So like have it in your mindset that you are gonna get the highest level possible so that if you do fall short, you're still earning the trip, right? So I'm gonna go over level one really quick and we're gonna do this through a growth goal formula. So this call's gonna not be like fun and exciting. I'm gonna give you guys the numbers so that you know what you need to map out. You know what you need to get each month. Enable, is that a word? Enable? I don't know why that doesn't sound like a word right now. Enable to be able to go on this trip, not enable, to be able to go on this trip. So for level one, we have something called trip volume for this trip. And if you were on Bianca's call, she definitely explained it to you. But your trip volume is going to be your personal PV, your PV for the month, and then all of the PV of your frontline recruitments that you enroll. So, what's nice about this is if you enroll someone with 75 PV, that PV still counts to your trip volume. So every single person that you enroll on your front line during the next 6 months, that is going to go to your trip volume. So for level one, you need 7,500 trip volume, and that averages out to 1,250 trip volume a month. So you need to get 200 PV each month. That is a non-negotiable. Each month you need 200 PV for yourself, and you need three BIs with 125 PV. So you need to make sure you are getting 200 PV yourself. I would make it a goal to get that done in the first week of every month, your 200 PV, and then enrolling three BIs with 125 PV each month. Okay. So to break this down, you need your own PV with 200 trip volume. That's 200 trip volume already going to your TV. And then with customer orders, you can focus on getting 300 trip volume. So three customers with 100 PV each. So even if you get five customers that order 60 PV, you will have 300 trip volume, which contributes 500 just yourself. So you're not worrying about and like making sure you get that from other people. You're building a strong foundation to yourself. So your new recruits, three BIs with 125 PV, and then that's 375 trip volume for just enrolling three at 125. All right. So in total, you will be getting 875 trip volume with this baseline. But just to simplify this growth goal, I would focus on enrolling 5 to 6 new BIs at 125 PV every month, plus your 200 trip volume. If you are focusing, and I know that sounds like a lot, but you have to do what you've never done to get what you've never had. So if you've never earned a trip before, if you've never enrolled more than three BIs before, like you have to shift your mindset to I'm gonna do more than I've ever done so that I can earn what I've never had. Do what you've not, you have to do different to get different. So we're gonna be doing different over the next 6 months because you're about to see different results in your business. If you want what you've never had if you want your business to look different, you need to do different. So looking at this, it might seem a lot to bring in 5 to 6 new BIs, but you are going to see a different level of your business over the next 6 months. Like you are going to earn more money. You are going to be on a whole brand new trip that you've never been on before, and you're going to see a different version of yourself that you've never seen before. So looking at this, it can feel overwhelming, but I want you to shift that mindset to excitement of who you're going to be in the next 6 months. You need to look at this like I'm going to have such a different business. I'm going to have such a different mindset, and my bank account's going to look a lot different because my goals are looking a lot different. So don't look at this with fear. Don't look at this with, I don't think I can do this. I want you to look at this with where you will be if you make this your goal. Like how you're going to work, how you're going to earn, what you're going to receive in return is going to be so much more than the fear that you might be feeling reading all of this. So 5 to 6 new BIs with 125 PV plus your 200 PV to simplify level one. Enroll 5 to 6 BIs with 125 personal volume every month and get your 200 PV. Or you can mix it up. I know a lot of you are customer strong, so you can get three new BIs with 125 PV and five customers with that 60 PV to stay on track for level one. Are you guys with me? Okay. Level two, 11,000 trip volume. I told my nail tech because she was like talking to me about Turkey. She's like, I saw your pictures. Like, that's such a dream for me to go. I was like, well, we can put my products in your salon and you can earn the next trip. You don't have to pay to go to Turkey. Like, we can get you there. I was like, it's just 10,000 in sales for 3 months. She started laughing at me. She's like, $10,000? I was like, friend, you own this salon. She's the owner of the salon. I I was like, friend, you own this salon. You can't tell me you're not doing $10,000 a month in here. And if you're not, we need to put the products in here even more. I'm gonna send you the information. So even for business owners, like that have never done 10,000 in sales, it can seem like a lot, but you can do $1,835 in new sales each month. So don't look at the 11,000, look at the 1,835 a month. Okay, don't look at the whole staircase, just look at the first step. 120 to $150 per person plus tip. Yes. And I expect like $5,000 a month in tips. So I promise you guys $1,835 in sales per month. It's not a lot. Like you can do it. We need to grow your mind just a little. We got to stretch ourselves just a little bit. So baseline example, your own PV, 200. Drop a 200 if you've ever done 200 PV before. All of us got the 200 PV down, okay? But with customer orders, your goal, if all of us are going for this, we're throwing level one out the window now. Okay, we know what we need for level one, but it's out the window. We're focusing on this, and you will definitely get what I just explained to you. So 400 trip volume, your own PV, and then it's the same, three BIs with 125 PV, and this is 975 trip volume baseline when you get all of this. When you get $400 in customer orders, and then three new BIs with 125 PV, plus your 200 PV. But your goal is to hit 1,835 trip volume. So you would need an additional 860 on top of what I just shared with you. So you're gonna level it up a little bit because this is level up season. We're going on a trip. We're not just making if you're on this call, it's because you want to go on the trip, not because you want to make $50 a month, right? Like I'm guessing you hopped on because you want to do something different. So I'm going to teach you something different that you've never done before. So for level two, we're going for seven new BIs with 125 PV. Level one is 5 to 6. Why not add two more so you can bring your future husband, your mom, your dad, your whoever. Maybe I can bring Aspen. I'm just kidding. Aspen would hate me if I brought him on an airplane. He doesn't even like my car. Um, but seven new BIs at 125 PV. Why not get two more? If you're already aiming for five, aim for two more. Why not? Seven new BIs at 125 PV or 4 to 5 new BIs plus extra customers averaging 60 PV each. So to simplify this, your goal is to get 6 to 8 BIs at 125 PV each month or 4 to 5 new BIs plus a growing customer base of 8 to 10. And I'd rather just focus on the BIs. Like my goal, like to make sure I hit the 6 to 8, I'm gonna go for 10 new BIs a month. I'm definitely gonna get half of it if I'm going for 10, right? So to simplify everything and to not confuse you guys, I think if everyone has a goal of I'm gonna enroll 10 new BIs with 125 PV, you'll fall short of 5. You'll fall short of 7. So I think breaking it down to enrollments and to get 10 new BIs, you have to do the 30-30-30 that V taught. Because if you're building that much into your funnel, what's going to drip out of the 30 people you talk to a week is definitely going to be 5 BIs throughout the month. And it seems like a lot, but you have to apply pressure to create diamonds, right? So 30 times 4, 120 people a month. So if you're talking the 30-30-30, if you stretch that out for the week, 30, 30, 30 a week. Do you guys remember that V taught? My girl used 30, 30, 30 and counted 1,000 plus reach in conversations she had all last month. So if you're talking to that many people, V, will you explain it really quick? Can I unmute you? Are you able to talk? I know she's traveling. Where is she? She's on the plane. Really? You can hop on Zoom on a plane? Um, There's like 30 new conversations, 30 reach outs, 30 follow-ups, right? Like, where are you? I don't know why it's not. Oh, here we go. Hi.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
I just got to my hotel. I'm waiting to check in, so I'm sorry if it's loud, but 30, 30, 30. Long story short, it's basically using three different platforms, doing 30 reach outs on each of them every single day, or making 30 new connections every day. But I always say start small. You don't have to start off with 30, 30, 30. You can start off with 5, 5, 5, build it up. So that's how I did it. And the more you do it, like some days could be about having conversations, some days can be about making connections, some days can be about following up. But just try to have 30 conversations on the platforms you choose every single day because that accumulates into 90. Like imagine you're talking to 90 people a day, that's 90 more people that know about your business. So it adds up really fast. And my girl, I don't know if she's on here, Sarah, she literally counted over 1,000 conversations that she had last month from doing that every day. So
Thank you,
huge
V.
numbers.
And V's
You're
being so
welcome.
nice to you guys, telling you guys you can do 5, 5, 5. But I'm gonna be so real with you. If you want to go on this trip, you have to do 30, 30, 30. Like there's a reason, like, and then that might sound overwhelming and it might sound like I know people are like the soft girl thing is trending, but like if you want to create something for yourself that people talk about, that people are proud of, that like you're gonna be proud of, you have to work hard. Like there, you can't get around working hard. So like if you want to like get on that trip, like do the 30, 30, 30. If you want to build it up to 5, 5, 5 every day and get, what's 5 times 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. You'll have 35 throughout the week, which is still a lot. Like do that for the first week. But I promise you the people that are doing 30, 30, 30 are going to see more results than the 5, 5, 5. So I would do the 30, 30, 30 that V is talking about if you are starting from scratch and you've never been in network marketing before, if you're just getting started in a business like this, that 30, 30, 30 is going to build such a strong foundation for the audience that's watching you grow in this industry. When I first started, I reached out to 100 people a week. Like people look at the business that I've grown today and they're like, how do you have a big team? How have you been able to get X, Y, and Z? And people didn't see the 100 conversations I was having every day. They didn't see the 4 team calls I would host from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. 5 days a week for my first 2 years. So it does take a lot of work to make a lot of money. It does take a lot of work to build a big team. It doesn't just happen. So I just want to encourage you guys, you will never regret working hard. You will not go on this trip and look back and say, I wish I didn't reach out to all those 30 people every single day. You're gonna look back and be like, I am so proud of myself for doing what I never thought I could do. You're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, I'm so proud of myself for stretching myself. I'm so proud of myself. But if you don't do it, you're gonna see everyone on that trip and you're gonna say, I wish I reached out to 30 people every single day. I promise you're not gonna regret working hard. So that 30, 30, 30 is gonna make a difference and you are gonna be so proud of what you've achieved and who you've become throughout this 6 months. So V is still pinned. Hold on. There you go. All right. So I know this might be a little harsh. But I want you guys to earn it. I don't just want to say, you might get there if you do X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys what you need to do to get there, and you can take it from there. You don't have to go. I'm not forcing you guys. Where did I go? Can you see me? I can't see you guys. Can you see me? Can you see my screen? Let me try again. Oh, here I am. Okay. All right, so simplifying level two, enroll 6 to 8 new BIs at 125 PV. How are you going to make sure you have 6 to 8 new BIs at 125 PV? You're going to do the 30, 30, 30. And on top of that, you're going to make sure you're educating and demonstrating until people understand on your socials. You are going to host events and you are going to educate and demonstrate until people understand at your events. When you go out to happy hour, when you go out to the club, when you go out to wherever you go, to church, when you go out to your friend's giving, you're going to be wearing pharmacy perfume. And when people tell you you smell so good, you're going to say, girl, let me put you on. Why aren't you making money? You are going to bring up the opportunity. You're not just going to say thank you. You're going to invite and you are going to educate and you are going to demonstrate until people understand. And you're going to do it over and over and over and over again and do what you need to do to get there. And all we can do is what we can do, but are you really doing all you can do? So have the mindset of do whatever it takes, and all you can do to do whatever it takes is all you can do, but make sure you are doing all that you can do. Did you really do all the reach outs you could do? Did you really post the content that you could post? Did you really host the events that you could have hosted? And only you can know that. I can't tell you what you can do. Only you can tell yourself what you can do. And when you put your head on the pillow at night, you are going to know if you did all that you could do, or you're going to give yourself an excuse as to why you didn't do what you could have done. So let me close this out with a little bit of belief, because I know we all love belief, we all love motivation. But I need to make sure that I have this up. So to close this out, I just really want you guys to see it before you step into it. Like what I just shared with you, the numbers, like now you know what you need to do, but you're not going to do that unless you believe that you're going to get there. Like if you like you know the numbers, but you're either looking at that like, okay, Kat's going to do that, but I don't think I can earn it, so I'm not going to do it. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't happen if it happens. It happens because we worked hard to go do it. Right? So I want you guys to believe it first. And you don't feel belief first. You build it through proof of action. You build it through doing the 30, 30, 30. You build it through posting a reel a day. You do it through hosting more lives than anyone else hosts, doing more than I do, doing more than Issa does. You don't need to be at president to do more than president. You don't need to be at Golden to do more than Golden directors are doing, because you can show up in 2 years and outrank me, outrank Issa. You don't need permission to work harder than anyone else. So you build belief through action. You build belief through working harder than everyone else, not waiting for permission to work harder. So every time you keep a promise to yourself, posting when you don't feel like it, hitting your 200 PV early, sending that follow up, you make a deposit into that confidence bank that we talked about. That's how belief grows. Acting before you feel it. And as you continue to act on those things that you need to do to earn this trip, you're going to start believing that you're going to get there. That first 30, 30, 30 that you do in the first week, I promise you, give yourself 1 week. Don't look at the 6 months of 30, 30, 30. Just make a promise to yourself. This week, I'm going to do 30, 30, 30 every day. And the results that you get from this week, the belief that you're going to have next Wednesday is going to look a whole lot different than the belief you have today. So maybe you don't believe that you're going to Mexico right now, but I want you to believe that you are going to do 30, 30, 30 every day from now till next Wednesday. Make that promise to yourself. And next Wednesday, you're gonna have so many follow-ups, so many conversations, so many people like inquiring about what you do that you're gonna believe a whole lot more that you're going on that trip than you are today. So those small wins are gonna turn into evidence. That evidence is gonna turn into belief. That belief is gonna turn into confidence. And then it's going to turn into an action loop of small wins, evidence, belief, confidence. Small wins, evidence, belief, confidence. When you act, your brain is going to gather proof that you're capable. And then that proof is going to compound so much faster than any motivation ever could, than any team call that we give you is going to help you with. Your action is going to help you so much more than motivation because your action becomes proof that you're capable. You can't manifest the trip. You have to act. Faith without works is dead, right? It's biblical. Faith without works is dead. So you have the faith, you have the belief, but you need to act on it. And the more that you act on it, the stronger that your faith is going to become. So belief always follows movement. Like we said about the faith as small as a mustard seed yesterday, when we shared that it can move mountains, you might not have that massive belief right now, but you have that seed of 30, 30, 30. And God always multiplies the steps that you take, not the ones that you just think about. So write Mexico 2026 on your mirror in your house. Put put it on your wallpaper. Speak it daily. I'm going to Mexico. I'm qualifying for Mexico. Pray over your business goals. I prayed for all of you this morning on my drive to Pilates. I pray for all of you every day. Because God honors effort. He doesn't honor excuses. So replace your doubt with data. When doubt hits, and it's gonna hit, it hits me all the time. Don't spiral. Look at your numbers. 200 PV, check. 3 new BIs this month, progress. 500 trip volume down, 750 to go. You're halfway there. You have to measure. You can't grow what you're not measuring. So make sure you're measuring your numbers every day. So look at doubt as a data gap. So instead of doubting, shift it. This is a data gap. Data shows you what to fix, not why you should quit. So over this next 6 months, when doubt comes in, and doubt comes in because you look at your numbers and you're further than you thought you would be, but don't look at it as doubt, look at it as a data gap, and look at it as this is showing me what I need to fix, not why I need to quit. So every month you're going to track and you're going to adjust, and then your belief is going to sharpen. You're never behind, you're just becoming. You're becoming her, and we're taking her to Mexico. So 6 months from now, I want you walking across that stage as directors with your checks. You're gonna be on the next presentation call for Mexico 2027. We have long-term vision here, which is what we're gonna train on in a soon. But you're gonna be so glad that you did it. You're gonna look back and you're not gonna think about all you had to do. You're gonna be grateful that you did all you could do. You're gonna realize you didn't just earn a trip, you became someone who finishes what they started. You became someone that keeps promises to themselves. You became someone that did what they said they were going to do. So I want everyone to drop in the chat. I already see myself in Mexico. Declare it. I already see myself in Mexico. Belief is a muscle, and we're gonna flex it every single day until our feet are in that sand in Mexico. All right? Uh, I love you girls so much. If you want something a little more uh type A, go watch Bianca's call yesterday. She did a very good job and mapped it all out with PV, TV, and all of that. But I just needed to tell you guys straight today because we are gonna go to Mexico. And I can't pet you like Aspen for you to get to Mexico. You really gotta work hard to earn this trip. This isn't a trip that just happens. We don't get there on accident. We get there because we decided we were gonna go and we worked hard to get there. So I love you guys. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Andy Frisella, if you can't tell. But I love you guys so much. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, there's a grace month, Monica. Go watch Bianca's recording. She gives you all that good stuff. There is a grace month. Let me just share it right now. Um, Here you go. Um, okay, if you join before November 1st, you get one grace month during the 6 months. You can use it for PV or not hitting 3 recruits, not both. And then you get to pick the month that you decide to have the grace month. But I don't look like act like you don't have a grace month. A grace month shouldn't happen on purpose. Like, oh, I have a grace month, it's fine. Like you shouldn't use your grace month on purpose, right? Does that make sense? So if someone joins from November to April during the qualification month, if you get a new BI when you get a new BI from November to April, their month that they join is automatically their grace month. So for all of us that joined prior to this month, one of the months will be a grace month. If you're a brand new BI, your grace month is the month that you join automatically. All right. So let's take a cute little photo.